Hello Pisces, beautiful Pisces, and happy Christmas Eve day if you're celebrating today. And if it's just a regular day for you, well, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. It's a great day. It's always a great day to do a reading for you. It's always a great day to tap into spirit and see what they have to offer as advice. And so I do 2 readings a day. The first one is like the general feeling of the energies that surround you, what you may be feeling that comes into your life. Now, I'd like to remind everybody, if this doesn't resonate with you, you're free to move on, and that's all well and fine. For my long time watchers, I would like to thank you for your support. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for the people who joined me on Patreon. And thank you for the people who bought off the affiliate links for the cards. All of that helps, including your support here. I'd like to remind you to press that like button if you haven't already, and leave a comment. That really helps with this channel, and I appreciate it so very much. Alright, so I'm going to get on with the reading here, Pisces. Oh, by the way, everything you need to know is in the description box if you're curious about everything I just spoke about. Alright, so I would like to thank my spirits, especially on this day, who are surrounding me in this time of year. That is so kind of magical and special in my life. It's a time of getting together with family, exchanging gifts, heartfelt gifts, and seeing the joy on people's faces is always, always a good thing. This year is especially special. It's my first Christmas since I've stayed home to do these readings, so I feel it's going to be not just a magical Christmas, but maybe a very spiritual one, because I've been practicing this spiritual gift for full time for a year, every single day. I feel that I've moved in leaps and bounds since I've been doing this, and I think that it's offered a great insight into my environment and my time here on the planet, and I'm forever grateful. So I hope that you feel the same. I hope that you have the same, and I send you my best wishes of Pisces. Alright, so we're going to look at these cards. 2 came out. I like that. Epiphany, higher self, intuition, inner child. Isn't it kind of funny that you have intuition and higher self kind of on different cards? But we're going to take a look at the book, see what it has to say. I always prefer that they give me one card, but they usually play into each other, so there is something here for sure. The first one was Epiphany, and it is number 18, which comes up to 9. And this is 42, that is 6. So you guys know that I love these numbers, right? So maybe we'll do them in order. We'll do intuition, the 6, and the 9 after. Okay. So the first one was, I've got to remember, because I add them up, so it's not actually 6, it's 42. The door to your inner child is opening. I like that. And he or she walks through, bringing you the gift of intuition. You may not be entirely comfortable with this newfound source of insight and may not know exactly what to do with it. However, don't toss it aside or try to analyze it to death. Instead, accept this gift and play with it. Apply your intuition to non-threatening situations and learn how it works. Don't try to control it because you can't. It's exciting and powerful, and it is to be respected and followed, not tamed. That's right. Trust your inner child's willingness to share its magic so that you may benefit. The message for you is trust me. This is something that for myself, Pisces, I will tell you, is very hard. I like to control the situations. To suddenly just trust my intuition and go with it was a hard lesson for me to learn. I like knowing where I'm going. I like knowing what I'm doing. To suddenly put my trust in saying, well, I'm going to trust my intuition to steer me in the right direction. But you know, if it feels a little odd to you, I always tell people, you've always had it. It's called a gut feeling in the human world. People call it, oh, I had a gut feeling. Okay? Trust that. It is AKA your intuition in a more, I don't know, acceptable form as people say it. And, oh, they say, always trust my gut instinct. It's that's all part of your chakra. It's all part of that. I know that they localize it with the gut, but it's your being telling you that something's energy is wrong, and that is part of your energy field. Okay, so that's part of that too. If you can trust that, you can also trust your intuition, Pisces. Okay, that's the way I feel like if you're going to introduce it into your life, that's the best way of doing it. Okay, start small, and like they said, start like trusting your intuition on small things, not life-changing things, and see how much it comes into play. A lot of times my intuition was wrong when I second-guessed the first thing that would come in. Something would come in and then my mind would go, no, that doesn't make any sense. Try this. And then the first thing was right. And I'd always say, should have gone with my first instinct or intuitive hit in this case. And so do that. See how many times you're wrong or right about it. If you're an old hat about this, it's saying tap into your inner child at this point. Don't try to control it and just go with it, okay? This time of the year would be perfect to try and tap into your intuition, especially if you're going in a situation of family. Act like the observer. See how many intuitive hits you get right, okay? All right, the next one is Epiphany, and it is number 18, higher self. Okay, we're all dealing with a lot here. And this is message from your guides. I do believe that's what it's called. Let me see. Okay. I must have put it away, but no, it's called Ask Your Guides. Okay. Ask your guides. Let's see. Congratulations, it says. You're finally getting out of your head. Right. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? Of course. Of course. I speak and then read the cards and go, oh, okay. And connecting more directly with your soul. The flow of communication between you and your higher self is strengthening daily, allowing you to directly access your spirit guides, angels, and spirit teachers more readily. As your contact with your higher self deepens, answers will suddenly plop into your consciousness. And that's what I was talking about. Take that first hit and don't second guess it with your mind, okay? Like gifts from above, your aha moments will appear with greater frequency, like light bulbs switching on in your head. Over and over, you'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. Under the influence of your higher self, you're steadily becoming more spontaneous, dancing in synchronistic flow with life rather than swimming upstream against the current. Remember, we are water. We want to flow with the current, right? Your higher self encourages you to unhesitatingly trust your vibes at all times. Surrender your ego to them, right? And allow yourself to be gently led rather than yielding to old ways of figuring things out. You're being gifted with endless spiritual direction and a deeper understanding of your soul's journey. Remain in constant dialogue with your higher self. Ask it to override your limited perceptions and keep you on your true path. Then go with the flow. Your higher self's message, listen to me. Right, listen to me. It's funny that the word ego came into that, because as I was reading it, I felt that sometimes I'm at risk of letting my ego take over, because this will make you feel very powerful, Pisces, when you're going into this. You're going to start feeling like, I'm fantastic. It's going to make you feel magician-like. And you have to be careful, because for myself, I know I've let my ego come in, because suddenly I feel like all powerful and stuff, right? Because you're going, I'm always right, because I'm intuitive, okay? You got to be careful with that, because that's your ego talking. Be grateful for the gift. As much as it would be fun to boast, as much as I would love to boast, going, oh, I knew that. And trust me, I'm still human, right? Try to just keep it on an even keel. Try to keep it, on below. Know your power. Feel it from within. Don't let your ego take over too much. It's easier said than done sometimes, and some of you may be experts at it, and then my hat is off to you, Pisces. If you don't have that problem, that's wonderful. If you're at risk of it, just be careful. It's something I work with every day, but it's okay. I talk more about what we doubt in ourselves most of the time, because we're bigger advocates of that one rather than being too egocentric. But too much of either one is just no good for us, right? So we have to strike up that middle. Talk to your higher self. Talk to your guides. Your guides will set you straight all the time. Trust me, they do. They really want you to succeed, okay? Especially if you've tapped into them, you're at a different level now. So you're getting a lot more help than before. All right. So we have the Star, ooh, the World, ooh, and the Child of Cups. I love that. The Child of Cups always speaks to me. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the one who's living in their dreams, okay? There's a world out there, but you have yours, and yours is the most special dream, Pisces. It's the best dream ever. You're the one who sees the beauty in the world. If you see, let's look at you, little fishy, looking up at all the beauty that's surrounding you. You can spot it, okay? You can hone in on the very best parts, and you can just let yourself go with the flow with this. Absolutely what they were saying, because you're protected, okay? You're protected in your intuition. The world, there's so much out there for you. The World and the Star, when I see both of these, I feel that you're always looking. You could actually put these together. If it's nighttime, you could have this little fishy looking up at the sky and seeing this beautiful starry night, okay? You're the one who spots the beauty in the world. So you can spot your intuition. You always have access to your inner child. You always have access to this one, always. The twinkling of stars. You can recapture it. I love the colors in this card because you have a lot of, look at these stars. I'm not making this up. There's green and red. Look at that. And white. Merry Christmas, Pisces. Okay, look at this. Okay, take this time of the year to recapture that beauty. Okay, recapture not the hustle and bustle of Christmas commercialism that's out there, but the feeling of Christmas, that feeling of love that settles in. Okay, the one that you get from watching It's a Wonderful Life. The one that you get when Scrooge is crying and saying, you know, I understand now. I want to be somebody, you know, wonderful and loving in my life before it's too late. I want to make a difference in this world. That kind of emotion, that's, to me, is wholeheartedly the Pisces heart, okay? The seeing of the beauty that there is, even when the world is, when people see the world as cynical and terrible, this is the way you want to see the world, right? And that's what I feel. I feel too many people see this dark area right here, okay? But within it, there's this spiral here. Do you see that? But if you back up a little bit and you focus in, you see that around it is all this beautiful color waiting to come in. The cosmos is here. You see all the different horoscope signs in the sky back here. The world is ready to be reinvited in and put color back in. And we're going to help it do it. We're going to tenderize it a little bit, okay? But before you do that, Pisces, you have to trust yourself. You have to work on you, right? So you may be feeling that this holiday season. If you are going out, you may be feeling this kind of emotion where you just want to reconnect with a tender part of the world, of a world that's just been through it recently, really, really bad. We tend to hold on to our beauty within. We hold on to our Cinderella stories as Pisces. We have a wonderful imagination, even when sometimes it feels like it's just about to get away from us. You know, it's just we have it by our fingertips and we're going, I don't know if I can hold on. We usually can. And because we do, we always stay connected to our intuition and our higher self. Okay? I love this. So invite that inner child in, back in, okay? And show them to the world, okay? You've kept this inner child really safe in here, okay? So show them, bring it out to the world. And if you see both these pictures, that's what you're seeing, see? Bringing it out, like, it's almost like coming from there to here, poof! You know, look at this, letting it free. Look at the beauty. I love the greens and the blues here. It almost feels like it bring a springtime effect. And all of these oranges, I was talking about all this beautiful fire energy that you have, okay? So just hold on to that, Pisces. Okay. So that's what I got from these cards. Let's see what else we can pull out here. If I were to use a word, or what Spirit's trying to put out, it would be the hope. Hope. Hope is the word. Okay? Bring hope to the world. Bring hope to yourself. You'll always have the naysayers. You'll always have the people coming in trying to complicate everything. And here's the intuition card itself, and the Lover's card came out with it. So the intuition card and the higher self card, okay? If that's what, remember at the beginning I said it's kind of weird that you have the intuition and the higher self. Well, guess what? There she is, the High Priestess, okay? And again, you have this darkness, okay, in the middle. But in this darkness is the moon. The symbol for intuition, the moon. And water behind it. This is you, Pisces. Okay? This is you going with the flow here. Okay? And the water, it's all kind of aligning to you. And the one thing that I haven't noticed for the first time I looked at this card, but now noticing it, is that the peak or the point or the clarity of it is pointing towards the water. It's saying go with the flow. Okay? Jump in, the water's fine. And the water in this case is your intuition, the cups, the emotions. I find a lot of people are protecting themselves from their emotions because they don't want to feel things, because feeling things make them vulnerable. And being vulnerable in a world where there's so much cynicism, ego-driven people waiting to bat you down, if you put yourself out there as vulnerable, it tends to make you feel a little bit off. See? A little bit off like this. But we're not going to be able to do it without each other. The Lover's cards, the harmony, the intertwining, the DNA strand, whatever you want to call it. This card says it all. And the light in the darkness, okay? This is the key to everything. This is the harmony. This is the stuff that we're waiting for. And it's all tapped in to this beautiful intuition card, okay? At deeper levels, they're telling me that people suffer from things and they lash out in their own way because they've been hurt. They've suffered similar stuff than we have, and they don't ever want to be vulnerable anymore. So lashing out is the only thing they know. But until they can reconnect to the inner child to do the work, okay, that only then will they be able to have that epiphany, that aha moment, and reconnect to their higher self and their intuition. And then they can move forward. Because when you have all people working on their intuition, there's a lot of us that's going to collide with the same type of energy, okay? You can be on the same page as somebody when you're tapped into your intuition. You can finish each other's sentences. My husband and I are so tapped into each other that he can actually know where I'm going before I'm going. I'm amazed by his power of intuition when it comes to our relationship. It's very much like mind reading, but it's more like energy reading, and it is truly beautiful when it happens. And it starts happening with people that you really connect with. I have another spiritual person that I truly love, and when we connect to each other, it is amazingly magical. We could read together. I've actually mentioned to her, but she doesn't want to do it. We could read together. The cards would come out. We'd probably feel the same things, get the same messages. It's truly wonderful when you tap into it, Pisces. So I highly recommend it, because the people around you who are tapped into you, whether they're practicing or not, they'll start tapping into you, and you're going to tap into them. You're going to start going down the same roads. You're going to start feeling the same beautiful energies and emotions, okay? That's tapping into Source and tapping into each other. And that's the other big message. We keep separating each other, but we are all one. We really are all one. All right, Pisces, so this is your first reading for Christmas Eve. I'm going to come back and let Spirit kind of give us really great insight, okay? I'm going to let them speak. This is the energies around you. This is what you're going to be feeling, okay? This is what you feel like you should be doing, okay? So when they come in, they kind of take everything that's around you, your external and internal on this planet, and then they take and reach for information from the higher realm, okay? The bits that they can give you, the advice that they can pass on to help you maneuver all of this. So I hope you're able to join me later. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings, and a Merry Christmas Eve. If you're here now watching it, well, I'm glad that you could spend some time with me. And if you're not, and it's later, well, I'm glad you were able to catch up on this. Take care, Pisces. I will see you later on.